Snowman Magic, written by Katherine Teagan and illustrated by Brandon Dorman. Snowmen fall from the sky unassembled. It had been snowing all day. Snowing, snowing, snowing. George was bored. There was no school, so he needed something to do. He kept looking out his window. Would it ever stop? The next morning, the sun was shining. When George looked out the window, everything was a brilliant white. The snow was so bright, it was almost too hard to look at. If he squinted, he could see that it was very deep, and it had drifted high against the slope in his backyard. George put on his warm socks and his snow pants and his flannel shirt. Then he put on his snow jacket, his boots, his mittens, and his hat. He was ready. Outside, the air smelled clean and cold. George plunged into the snow. It was fluffy, but crunchy too. He made a snowball and threw it against the tree. It was very, very quiet. George took some snow and packed it into a small ball. Then he started rolling the ball in the snow. The ball got bigger and bigger. When the ball was too heavy to roll, he stopped rolling it near the bottom of the slope. Then he started to roll a medium-sized ball. He put it on top of the big ball. Finally, he made a small ball for the top. Right there it is. George went inside the house and found a scarf. He found it in the closet, and a carrot in the refrigerator. In the old days, his mother told him that people used to use pieces of coal to make the eyes. But there wasn't any coal in George's house, so he found 2 buttons and brought them outside with the scarf and the carrot. He carefully pushed the buttons into the small ball near the top, right there. And he stuck a carrot in the center. He found a few small twigs and used them as arms. Oh, I'm sorry. Look, he used them as a mouth. And then he stuck the carrot in the center. He wrapped the scarf between the top ball and the middle ball, and he found 2 branches to stick into the sides of the middle ball. It was the perfect snowman. George turned his head. He thought he saw the snowman smiling at him. Could it be? Time for a snack, said George. He went inside the house and got 2 mugs of hot chocolate and some cookies. He put them on the snow table. Would you like something to eat? I can't drink hot chocolate, said the snowman. But a cookie would be nice. It was magic. After their snack, George made a cave and tunneled deep into the slope. He piled snowballs at the entrance, and he threw a couple at the snowman. The snowman made some snowballs and threw them back at George. His long branch arms helped him make snowballs go very far. It was hard to say who won the fight, but it was still fun. The snowman chased George around the yard, and then George chased the snowman. The snowman couldn't move fast, so it was easy for George to sneak up on him. It was getting dark. George didn't want to go inside, but his mother was calling him. Goodbye, snowman. I will see you tomorrow, George thought, as he thought that he had heard the snowman say good night. There's George. The next day it was warmer. The sun was even brighter, and the snowman was shrinking. George played with him all day, but he could tell that the snowman didn't quite have the same energy as before. Then it was Monday, and George had to go to school, and it was another bright, sunny day. When he came home, the snowman was almost gone. The scarf and the carrot and the buttons had slid down. He could hardly recognize his snowman. The cave had collapsed too, and the snow table had melted. The next morning, George looked out the window, and it was snowing. Snowing, snowing, snowing. He couldn't wait to build a snowman again. Did you make a snowman? If you did, make sure you share it with us. I'd love to see a picture. And let us know how you built it. What did you do? Did you do the same thing as George? Or did you build it in a different way?